We have our earmuffs on, or at least we had them. She loves hers.
It's cold outside.
It's cold outside,
Baby.
but it's nice and warm in here.
So welcome to Virtual Tarot.
Welcome, Scorpio, to your December reading.
You are Ava.
Who am I?
You are Ava, and I am Trudy, and welcome to Virtual Tarot.
Thank you, Ava. Thank you, Ava.
Thank you, Ava. I can't hear a word you're saying.
No?
No.
Oh, God.
So go through the entire reading not hearing a word she's saying. No, I'm just kidding. I can hear everything she's saying.
That's a blessing. Well, welcome to Virtual Tarot, and we are at the very end of the year.
Very end.
The very end. What a year it was.
Since it's freezing outside.
It is freezing outside.
So we thought we would wear our absolute best sparkle.
Sparkle.
Yeah.
We sparkle like a snowflake.
Our freezing sparkle wear.
Yes.
Ava's wearing 80s Oleg Cassini.
I am.
Which is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I am wearing a dress that I believe is from the 60s. It looks like it was probably owned by like
Jackie O.
Jackie Onassis.
Yes.
It's really tight up here.
Yes. They didn't care about comfort.
Yes, and it has its own matching sort of like Pinois-esque coat.
What more does a woman need?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's complete winter solstice.
Winter solstice, in fact. So stay tuned because we have a pagan winter solstice ceremony for you, so that come December 21st, you too can banish the evils within you and transform yourself into a beautiful goddess.
That's right.
That you are.
Yes, and if you would like to know which queen you are, because we, in our ritual, represent each of the queens, the four elements: water, fire, air, and earth.
And earth.
If you would like to know which queen you are, please take our quiz.
Yeah.
And
that was the first alchemy, the first elements of alchemy, you know.
yes,
Alchemy is where we get the word chemistry from.
that's
alchemy.
right. Okay, so I got to finish though my quiz part because I got to tell them where to go.
Oh, I didn't realize I was interrupting. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're not interrupting. I'm just trying to
You just reminded
tell
me.
them
Go
where to
ahead.
go in a nice way. So go
Where to
to
go?
our website and take our Celebrate Your Inner Queen quiz.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yes. That way you can identify who you are.
That's
And
right.
then you'll know what to wear,
that's right.
which we're going to provide fairly soon.
Yes, we
Right?
will.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So all of that said, why are we here?
Yes, why are we here? We are here every month to empower women out there in the universe, multiverse, even. Cosmos. You know, earthlings and aliens alike.
Aliens alive. We are not prejudiced.
Yes.
Reptiles.
On the sacred feminine.
Yes.
Yes, we are here to like reclaim the power that belonged to our ancestors.
Yes. And still belong to us.
Yes, and
But we've forgotten about them.
yes,
We've ignored them for so long that we think we don't even have them. And these are the telepathic powers, the clairvoyant powers, the seership that is everyone's heritage,
yes,
particularly women.
particularly women.
Particularly women.
So that is what we do, and we also read these beautiful cards.
They're the Weight Rider deck tarot cards. They are replete with just the most beautiful symbolisms. I find them to be the most practical ones too for readings.
Right.
Others are more beautiful.
Mhm.
They can be more beautiful, but they're not as archetypically rich.
Right, and these are really great for instructional teaching.
Yes, they are.
Which is what we also do here at Virtual Tarot. And if you follow along and you watch us every month, we will give you little sort of primers in terms of how to view these cards in more of a modern sort of sense. And so we try to sort of,
You're very good at that. Modern metaphors.
allegory and
Mhm.
almost parables.
Parables, yes, modern
Yes,
parables, really.
yes.
To
So-
make it, to bring it down to a language that is everyday and understandable, so that when you look at them, they're not alien to you, and you can decipher them more easily.
Right.
That's the idea.
That's the idea. And so every month here we do a 4-card spread to give you a little bit of insight into what you might expect for the month ahead. And Scorpio, you are our absolute best audience every single month. So we thank you very much.
Oh, you are the best.
Yes.
I have Scorpio rising, so I understand you guys a lot and appreciate your viewership. I know what Scorpios are about. And like every sign, they have a higher and a lower aspect. And so we like to speak to your highest aspect.
Yeah. I have some great Scorpio friends.
So do I.
I've learned to love Scorpio.
Yes.
So that said, we do this 4-card spread every month. And if you've been with us before, you're familiar, but we're going to repeat ourselves once more. So the first card represents the overall environment of the month of December for Scorpio. The second card
is your challenge for the month of December.
The third card will represent the unexpected, which is kind of, we will spend some time on that. And then the fourth card
is the outcome or the energy that moves you into the next month. That's all
right.
there is to it, but it covers a huge range of ideas and areas of life.
Possibilities. And as we read, we will read for, again, Scorpios all over the planet, the universe, and the multiverse. So we will be explaining to you certain possibilities and what this could mean to the archetype or the sign of Scorpio.
Indeed.
So that's it.
That's it.
You ready, High Priestess?
We are ready, and so we will recap.
Let's recap for last month.
Ta-da-da-da.
Yes. Do you have your little book?
My recap book.
Yes.
It was given to me by Trudy.
I made it.
She made it.
With the help of, with a little help from my very wonderful Pentacle Queen friend, Tona.
Yes,
she taught me how to make these.
Really?
Shout out to Tona.
Hi, Tona. All right, so it is. The first card was the 5 of Pentacles upright.
Right, the bag lady card.
The bag lady card.
Yes. The feeling that you maybe just don't have enough. Or, there's a sense of poverty, and sometimes it's poverty of spirit, sometimes, but sometimes it's just worry that you're going to run out.
It's just sometimes worry, and then sometimes it's just a physical loss of something that gave you a sense of security. Since I'm Scorpio rising, it's I'm having car problems. I'll just mention that because it could very well be something like that. That your car it gives you a tremendous sense of security. Point A and point B, and when that goes wrong, well, that comes under the heading of 5 of Pentacles.
Affects your sense of self a little bit
in
terms of what you have.
Well, you can't continue the process of, your established means of security is often involved with your car.
Sure, yeah. So we had the 5, and that was the entire month.
And then in the position of challenge, we had the 5 of Cups.
Right, which is kind of interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 5s. So
yeah, that whole sort of
the 5 of Cups, meaning that
looking down instead of looking
up.
Looking at what you've lost
and feeling sorrowful about what you've lost.
Sometimes we call it the crying over spilled milk card, which is sort of an old way of saying.
It's an old way of saying, well, look at what you have. Oh my goodness, you have so much. Never mind that you say your car does break down, as in, to continue the example. Well, you're going to have to go out and buy another one.
Yeah, to move on.
Maybe it will be even better.
Yeah, you got to move on.
You got to move on, a little investment. And
shift in the focus.
Right. So like that, somehow.
Right. And then what we have?
Then we had the Knight of Pentacles and the unexpected.
Oh, yeah.
So unexpectedly, you have to work like a horse.
Right. But unexpectedly, there's this slow, steady, sort of very assured handling of resource.
Right.
Money,
and
things.
One coin at a time.
Right.
Like
one foot in front of the other.
Or I see someone putting the quarter into the piggy bank, and then another quarter, and then another. Before you know it, your whole piggy bank is full.
Well, it's being steadfast.
Steadfast.
In practical matters. Right.
And
It's movement always. Nights are always motion and movement.
yeah, but
and
this,
so this is the
this horse
slow,
is,
practical,
is steady and
sure-footed.
sure-footed and doesn't really even move. So it's
Right.
sort of like calculating every step.
Right, and then at the very end, I know we had the Ten of Cups because
You did.
we said you earned this sort of, happy ever after. It's like the end of the story. It ends well.
It ends well. At the end of the month, you not only survive, but you actually come into a sort of paradisical
Right.
environment.
Well, there was like some big win that happened
Yes, some big one at
last
the
month.
end that just makes you forget about all your woes.
And it's a 10, so it was like the
10.
culmination,
The culmination of
of this
something.
situation.
Might be this one or some other situation.
And did well.
It ends well.
Okay.
All right.
So that said, this
Yes.
is the very last reading for you, Scorpio, for the year.
Yes.
Ending the year of 2014, and Ava, as she spontaneously shuffles the cards, I just wanted to add that
All right.
you've had a very good year, Scorpio, overall.
Yeah.
And some issues with perhaps a move. We've seen some movement going on, some family issues going on, but sort of getting it all together. Because that's sort of what we saw last month, was the sort of getting it all together and moving into the month of December. However, I did want to mention,
Yes.
little announcement thrown in, that we will be doing January's reading. And then I believe we're going to also do projections as we did last year, because we've had a lot of people asking us about it. So
About the
for
overall
year
for the
long,
year.
yeah. And then you might want to check your year-long prediction for 2014 this month as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, just to kind of, go through and see how we did. Does it match? How did our
Yeah, it's fun
predictions
to
do?
see if we match, actually.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Send us
So
comments.
let's start their December reading.
You ready?
Ready?
Yep,
Ta-da!
spontaneous shuffling.
It's been spontaneously
Scorpio!
shuffled.
I can so feel Scorpio. Oh, good. So Ava did you a service. Okay. So the first card that comes up for the overall environment of the month of December, and the very last overall environment card of the year is...
Oh, strength upright. Oh, you conquer the beast within, and you conquer all the beasts out there. Everybody is conquered by you, and you do it with a smile and your graceful manner.
And we always say that if you're with a Leo, if you have a Leo partner or a Leo family member, you're going to turn them into a kitty cat.
Yes, everyone around you is going to be like a kitty cat,
Yes.
purring,
And so, but strength is an interesting card because it really does
belly
speak.
up.
Yeah, right. Such a visual with that,
Oh,
the
more,
leg
more.
with the leg, the shaky
This is
leg.
the cat. Please, more. Oh, she likes it when I have. She prefers that I use two hands.
Ava has a cat.
I have a cat.
Her name is Scooter.
Scooter.
And
And
so
if I
she's
just use
seen,
one hand, it's not good enough.
she's seen the shaky leg. So you might create a bit of shaky leg
Yes, you might.
this December, and but the strength card is a very feminine card.
Yes, it is.
It is feminine strength.
Yeah, you rule with your feminine wiles as opposed to brute strength.
Right, and
Yeah.
no fear of entering a lion's den.
And no, and you conquer your problems literally.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do, and you find the strength in the manner, the inner manner, to do that with a great deal of grace.
Right. So if you have an office environment that's populated by roaring lions,
It happens,
and you have to go into the conference room or the den of lions.
The den of lions.
You will learn how to, or this month actually, it's like a gift.
Mm-hmm.
This
You'll know how to turn a phrase.
Mm-hmm.
You'll know how to compliment when need be, accept a compliment when need be. All those things that women are so gracious,
Mm-hmm.
They are.
They are. And this is so funny for Scorpio to get this card.
Yes, because they
Tell it like it is.
They do. They tell it like it is. So
you're going to
go
tell
against your own grain.
You're going to sugarcoat it a little bit.
Let's see. I'm so curious.
Yes.
Da-da-da-da. Oh, it's a major arcana month.
And in the next position, which is the position of challenge. Ava's drinking the Ava and Trudy.
I am, because that's got Scorpio rising.
Yes. Okay.
And that
so
can be a car.
in the
Literally.
position of challenge, we have
yeah.
the Chariot. So your challenge is to get out of town.
Get out of town and buy yourself a new car.
For the holidays.
Yes, for the holidays.
Could
or
be to
just
get
travel,
out of town.
Travel.
Or to harness your ambition
Yes.
a little bit, because maybe you're driven, and you might have to harness that a little bit, slow it down just a little bit.
But to not let your energies be disparate. In other words, pull together and move forward singularly in a single line straight ahead. When these chariots are being pulled by the sphinxes, they can become very unstable if these two sphinxes representing the good and the bad within you,
or the light, the shadow and the light.
The shadow and the light within you.
Yeah.
If one is more powerful than the other, then you get off track.
Right, you have to balance.
You have to balance the two within you.
Yeah.
So you have to really know yourself and stay on track. But it's an immense energy, and also to manage the energy.
Right.
There's immense energy connected with this card.
But it also, sometimes I think, in terms of office, like if this card shows up in that position, I often think maybe you need a business plan.
Oh yes.
Because your challenge is to sort of direct your energies in a singular manner. So if you're thinking of starting a new business, you might want to use some of your holiday vacation time to really sort of chart it out.
Yeah.
And
gosh, there's a lot of material here.
It sure is. It's Dolman sleeve, that's why.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's nice when you stand up.
It's like a Studio 52
I
dress.
like this.
52? Studio 52? Studio 54, sorry guys. It was before my time.
Great-grandfather's disco.
Actually, I went to Studio 54.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was pretty much already shut down at that point. So let's see what is in the next position, because Scorpio's got a lot going on, and the unexpected is always a great position, and it's all major arcana stuff.
You're ending the year with like a powerhouse.
Yeah, it's like let go and let God.
Oh my God. So you either have to suddenly, out of nowhere, you have to adapt or embrace a very strong presence
Yes.
in your midst, whether that's actually a person who is like the head of a company or the head of a family, or perhaps the CEO of an organization, something like that.
It's the governor.
It's the governor.
I was thinking the governor. I don't know
Which
why.
one?
Everybody wants to be, I'm the governor.
It's Jeb Bush. Yes.
No, I mean, that's just like a sort of a turn of phrase,
Oh.
He's the governor.
Oh, governor. But yes, and or suddenly you have to become that.
Yeah.
You have to become a
Rules
powerful
and regulations.
a lawgiver in your life. You have to set up a huge, structured system of action.
Yeah, it's like
Really.
handing down an edict from on high.
Yes, your own edict. You're your own.
Right. It's just like the town crier,
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Today there shall be no milk or something like that, or
Right.
The town crier. Today the emperor should wear no clothes, that kind
Oh
of thing.
yes. Oh my. Oh God.
Yes.
See how this ends. I have to see.
There's an edict going on here.
There is. Oh, look at that. Holy cow. Wow.
Well,
What energy is there in this? That's huge.
yeah.
Because it ends with a minor arcana card, but the most energetic.
Well, I always think of this as networking or shooting out resumes.
Right.
But it could be trying to make plans, trying to just make plans, because
yes.
this card right here says that your plans have been foiled, perhaps.
Or it's just your challenge.
Or your travel is a challenge.
Right. Travel is a
This
challenge, or
one.
your car is a challenge, or means of transportation is a challenge. At this time of year, my God, when we travel this time of year,
Right.
good Lord, is it a challenge? 'Cause
Right.
of the storms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the weather.
The weather, you could be stuck in the airport.
That's right.
So it's travel is a challenge.
But this is communication. This is like kind of the Mercury card.
Right.
Where there's a lot of like back and forth, like
Right,
texting or
right.
phone calls or even paperwork
but
going back and forth.
forward motion.
Right.
So whatever it is, because it's a Wands card, it can be about career, about your passion. You just suddenly are lit up.
Pushing it out.
Pushing it out.
Yeah.
You are going out into the world with it.
Sending it out.
Sending it out.
Wow.
What a month.
So how interesting. So it starts with this strength card, which means you've got to tame perhaps someone within either your family or the office.
Or in yourself.
Or in yourself. So you've got to sort of, I could see a Scorpio having to really bite their tongue.
Bite their tongue and to behave and to not say what is comes to mind.
Right, to
Because
charm.
apparently you encounter suddenly this sort of authority. You encounter authority.
Unexpectedly. It's like you
like
run into this.
You run into the authority.
It's like a road, sort of a bump in the road,
Right.
roadblock.
And you need to conquer him.
With charm.
With charm.
Because that's the only way you can move forward.
That's the only way you can move forward and get that chariot headed out into success.
right.
Into the realm of
and the
success.
solution at the end is actually begun, which is communication.
Communication, and also,
and it seems like this
it's
is
a love card too. It can
The
be.
arrows of love.
The arrows of love.
Yeah.
It can be that
can
too.
be.
So for some Scorpios, it might be that suddenly you just
in order
fall
to,
head over heels in love. With
or in order
someone.
to take that trip, or when you
yes.
do take that trip,
Or when you do take that trip, you find in your travels
it's going to become this really sort of
exciting, passionate,
a surprise.
a surprise. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of stuff going on in this
It's
reading.
just incredible.
Yeah,
What
so
a
I think
great
it could
reading,
be
Scorpio.
It could be love.
It could be love,
It could be love, but it could also be career.
but it could be real. Your career is moving ahead at supersonic speed.
That's really what I see here.
Yeah.
Because you're able to deal with this situation, these rules and regulations.
Yes, you are. You're able to, and you're charming everyone.
Yeah.
And at the end, there's a fire lit underneath you.
Which could mean you're actually moving forward within the company.
Could very well be a promotion.
Could be, or it could be that you're delivering some oratory
Or
and
it could
sending that out,
be- Yes,
which will like
you're speaking, you're
Right.
broadcasting.
you're broadcasting
Yes.
out
You're broadcasting
This-
out.
this charm, this
Yes.
sort of charm.
Your charm is being broadcast out. And,
And so if you have to speak in public, it's going to go really well.
it's going to go wonderfully well for you.
Yeah,
And,
and it's going to move you forward.
and you'll gain in popularity, because that certainly is the connections to the world, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, wonderful.
Lots of movement at the end of the year, moving into
Energy,
2015.
strength, and maybe you'll even get a new car. Me.
And this is usually big, also Chariot. Chariot's big travel. Chariot's not small travel. It's
No.
not like going to, if you live in, I don't know, California, going
Yeah.
to Oregon or something.
Oregon, you're going to Hawaii
Right, or Europe.
or Europe, or you're going to Africa.
Right, it's big travel.
Quote me
It's
on
over the pond travel.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So there you go.
So there you go. It's beautiful reading,
Beautiful
Scorpio.
reading.
Oh.
So if you would like to know a little bit more about what's going to happen in your particular life, and how this pertains to you, then this is about the best time for you to try out one of our readings, because we have decided, I don't know where I put it.
What have we decided? Oh, right there.
Oh, we've decided not to listen to you anymore.
We like our earmuffs.
So what this means is that, I don't know, what does this mean?
This means that
What
we
is
like
this?
earmuffs.
We like earmuffs, and we like you. So we're lowering the cost of these readings if you've always wanted to try. And it's one of the most surprisingly, I don't know. It's like a magical experience, I think. To
And
have
it's
a reading.
delivered via an audio file.
An
So
audio
put your
file.
headset
Oh, I
back
see. Now
on.
I know why we have this on.
Yes, we
Yes,
delivered
audio.
via MP3 audio file, which you can listen to over and over again. So these
Yes.
are really earphones and muffs all in one.
All right.
And we hope that you will tune in the month of January.
2015.
You just kind of want to talk a little bit about the tarot so that you understand sort of how we approach the tarot, which is a little more, I would say, less pop-up psychic and a little more, spiritual, and it's sort of our path to goddess. So we'll be taking you along for that journey. So thank you very much for tuning in.
Yes, thank you, Scorpio, and thank you very much for subscribing and for sharing.
Stay tuned for the Winter Solstice Ritual.
Yes.
Click below.
And if you want a council card, you can also click below.
Bye.
Bye.
Baby, it's cold outside.
It's cold outside and the weather is cold outside.
That's pretty good.
All right.